it's Kelly with kellyscards.ca, and welcome to this second card in my Christmas card kit for 2017. So this will be a little bit of a different card. I have prepped all the bases, and if you want to see how this was prepped, I will link a video where I do show how I do all this. But for this kit, we will get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is when you open this, we need to close this section. So I'm just going to take a little bit of score tape and I'm going to run it at the very bottom before the fold here. And I'll just get this up close to show you. So here is the fold line here on the outside, and I've got the tape on the inside. And this is just going to close up this area right here, and I'll just show you this in a second. Now that that is done, you can see that there's the two folds and the inside is closed. Now this is where the gift card is going to go, and it will just fit into this slot nicely here. Now for the top of this present box, you can take this piece here. I've scored it, but you're going to want to make it nice and sharp. And this piece is going to go on here. So to do this, you're going to take a little bit of adhesive. Now what you want to do is, I'll just zoom in here so we can see. You're going to not want to go all the way across the whole piece. You're going to want to go from about there all the way across to about there. So we're leaving about 1/4 of an inch on either side, because this is going to overhang like this. And we want to make sure that we don't have any adhesive on this part sticking out. And once you've done that, you can take this piece and we're going to flip this piece over, and we're just going to add adhesive to the top part here. Now this piece is going to slide up into here, and before we do that, we're just going to take the backing off here. And now we're going to put this piece, and I'll just zoom out again so you can kind of see it all go together. And now this piece here is going to slide right up into this creased area as much as you can go. And you're just going to put it on nice and straight like that. And I'm just going to use my bone folder to help push this down. And then this will create this cute little present part like that. Now once we open this up, we can see we've got this piece here, and we've got two spots in here. I have already done some stamping on a piece, and this one will go up on top, and this will be kind of like our little message and our greeting on the inside. And I'm just going to add that now here. And I'm going to get this put in, and I'm just going to want to line it up at the bottom where there's a little gap between the fold, just so there's a little bit of a border all the way around, and just make sure that is nice and straight. And I really like that stamp piece. You can have it plain, but I think it adds a lot to have this stamp piece. Now in this piece down here, you're going to find a blank one, and that is for you to write your message. So we're going to add that. You can choose to add your messages first and then put it in, or you can just add it in now and write on it later. So we'll get this piece done here. And I really, really love this little gift card idea. I don't know, I just came up with it sometime last year, and I thought it was so cute. I like to play around with scoring and cutting, and sometimes I come up with some fun little things. So now this is going to open like this, and you're going to have your stamped area, you're going to have a gift card, but be aware that you can put money in here, you can put pictures in here, you can put a little note in here. It doesn't have to be a gift card, but the gift card will fit in there. And then you've got your message. So if we close this up like this, this is going to come up like this, and I've done this punch just to add a little bit of decoration on our box here. So now we're going to decorate this section here, and you will find this glittery paper. And I'm just going to use some score tape on two sides of this now. This is a little bit of a heavier paper, and I don't want it to come off with a little bit of a lighter adhesive, so I'm going to use the stronger one here. And now just to make this easier, I'm going to flip this open. So again, this is like this, and I'm flipping it like this. The top part of the box is at the bottom, and I'm going to put this piece on like this. I'm going to just make sure this is nice and straight here, and I'm just going to push it on. I don't want to use my bone folder or I'll get all of this sparkles off of the paper. And now that's on there, and as you can see, that's closing up like that. I'm going to take this now and flip this like this, and you will find this kind of silvery shimmery paper, and I'm going to add this to that top part of the present. And again, I just want to line it up kind of with a border around the area. And I just like how that looks like that. To decorate this little spot, I have included this little snowflake, and that can either go there or here, wherever you want to put it. I really like it on here, and we will put that on in a second. When I made these, you can see it kind of lifts up a little bit like that, and how we can correct that is to just bring in a trimmer. It's just because they are the exact same size, is you can bring in a trimmer and we can just take off a little bit of an edge, like only a little bit, a teeny tiny amount, and now this will close perfectly now with no bending up because of in here. Now that is on there, and you will also find some little Velcro circles. And this is the way I like to do the closure on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and make sure that I've got the rough part up here. So I'm just going to put the rough part, and I'm going to just center it here as best I can, and then I'm going to attach the soft part on here. And then once I close this, I'm really going to push down, and I'm just going to take my scissors in here to make sure I can push this down as I open it. And now I'll really push this down, and now that is your cute little closure. Very simple to put on, and it does the job. I've included these little tags, and you can be free to use them if you want. What I did last year was I just wrapped it kind of around and underneath the edges of the Velcro, and then when it came down it hung like this, and I just had a to and from. And you just have to kind of play with the size here, because we don't want it too long or else it will be dangling off our present. But I just guide it underneath. And I like to do this after this little Velcro piece is on. And then as you can see, it's dangling like that. Really think that's cute. Now that that's on there, I can cut off the excess string here. Now if you have a to and from stamp, you can use it, or you can also stamp this with something else. And that's going to dangle like that. Now the last thing we have to do is just to add our little snowflake. And I'm going to open this up like that, and I'm just going to try to add it into the middle. For this I'm going to use my multi-matte medium. I'll just bring in some spare paper in here, and I'm just going to dab a little of it closer to the middle, because we know that some of it's going to overhang, so there's no sense adding all that adhesive for the part that is going to overhang. So now that I've got that on there, I'm just going to do a quick dab onto that so we don't make a mess. And again, I'm going to start to look for the center. You can use a ruler and or a grid. And I think that looks fairly centered. And now I'm just going to hold it down just for a little bit here, just to make sure it is adhered. The snowflake has been added, and as you can see, it's just a nice little decoration. Again, you can stamp something on this little tag if you want. If you have a little to or from stamp, or if you just want to write on it, it's fairly cute. So again, this opens up like this, and once we open this, we get all the inside. And again, our gift card, which I'll just grab a card here to put in can go in like that, and as you can see, it is a perfect fit for this card. One of the last things I'm going to do is just add a little bit of glimmer to this snowflake, is to take my Wink of Stella and just carefully do the snowflake. Now if any of the snowflake is coming up, just take some of that glue and just tuck it underneath the snowflake and you can adhere it. I do see a couple petals that I do want to add a little bit of adhesive to here. And I just love this little bit of sparkle that this is going to add to this gift card. And there we go. Really nice little shimmer on there just to finish it up. The last thing we have to do is put our sentiment on. So from the sentiment sheet I printed, I picked out this one, A Gift for You, and I've just backed it with some of the extra cardstock you will find in your kits so that you can back any of the sentiments you want. And I'm just going to add this here. And I really like how that looks. So that will finish off my second card in my 2017 Christmas card kit. Again, just to take a peek through here, we've got this really nice glittery front with this lovely snowflake. And again, you can stamp or leave this piece off, this little tag. I've got my sentiment there. This opens up and opens up to this stamped area. And of course the little gift card area where you can put pictures, gift cards, money, basically anything you want. And then of course our area to write in. So I hope you enjoyed this second card. There are 4 cards coming up. There is a link to the playlist down below, as well as a place you can purchase this kit if you want one. So I want to thank everyone for watching. You can check me out on my website at kellyscards.ca. You can subscribe for more videos, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.